everyone, and I say that respectfully. No, I haven't said don't be god darn it. My content is not everybody, and that's okay. No, I haven't said don't be always be yourself with no listeners. You're gonna have folks in different tax bracket, like your neighbor or whatever the case may be. But never allow that to make you feel like you gotta lose focus, regardless to what community, environment, zip code, county, or continent that you in. At the end of the day, for you to make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you because they overlooked you. No, you have the strength of me. I'm off. Effa is going to send you the evil lie, project, sport, tell a whole bunch of goddamn lies, even try to control the narrative of your life. No, you have the strength of me, but never give up on you, neighbor. Have the strength off of me. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. You don't have to know someone for someone to try to project fear in you. You don't have to know someone for someone to gang stalk you. You don't have to know someone for someone to send you evil eye. You don't have to know someone for them to project sport towards you. And especially when you speak up for yourself, you wasn't doing it for like just a cloud chasing the fame. Your voice does matter to the right people who truly for you. Hold on 1 second. We want the same. I'm far from the hater, neighbor. I'll say what I say respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well on your end. And I say it respectfully, regardless to who didn't know how to love you, who know how to respect you, protect you, or see your worth, or didn't see your potential, or you poured into the wrong cup, or they didn't understand that you was going through trials and tribulations in life, and they rather steal from you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and they wanted to give you the short end of the stick, or they was doing things for like you was a cloud chasing or fame. When it comes to hold on 1 second, you wasn't on the same page. Never allow that to make you feel like you're not worthy of hope. Never allow that to make you feel like you need to be discouraged. Never allow insecurity to be projected on you. Never allow you to feel like your faith is not worthy of choosing you. Never allow yourself to dim your light because someone doesn't see your worth. Because healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. And we all don't dibble and down with spiritual or magic or send our neighbor the evil eye. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I'm healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I would never hurt myself or my peers around me, regardless if they're elderly or not. And I say that respectfully. Have it straight off of me. My content is not for everyone. It's not a crime to be authentic, and I say that respectfully. No mother or father or family member should lose a family member or a child due to someone's jealousy, envy, insecurity, or someone decide to project spirit towards someone, or someone decide to send someone an evil eye, or someone decide to gather a hate train, and you made someone your enemy because someone believed in faith that you couldn't relate to with confidence, or because someone decided to walk away from you, and you was looking for a reaction out of somebody, and you decide to project a hate crime towards them. You decide to rob them mentally, spiritually, financially, or you have the mindset at the end of the day, regardless to if you had a single family household or not. You didn't want that person to become their best self as themselves. So you had to dog their name out so bad so certain folks will overlook them, trying to ruin their reputation. That mother and father wasn't doing it for like music artists if it was a single family household or not. A mother and father that's not doing it for like music cloud chasing or fame, they actually pour into their child. They actually love their child. They actually acknowledge their child regardless to what trauma and pain was endured at the end of the day. Because everybody is not the same. No, ever straight off of me, let alone studying the evil out or projecting spell work. No mother or father should have to wait for a phone call from the emergency room from a stranger to hear that their child was part of a hate crime, or their child was part of a one-sided conversation because someone lacked self-control when it came to, hold on 1 second, what happened to your discipline when someone's truly not for you, when you call yourself real. Just stay in your lane. No, you have to trade off of me. My conscience, everybody, and that's okay. No mother or father should have their child stripped away from them, regardless they came from poverty and pain. Because Someone doesn't want a mother or father to elevate in life, or someone wants to project spell work towards someone, or someone wants to energy harvest or someone's energy, or someone wants to make someone feel at the end of the day that their voice doesn't matter when they speak up for themselves. You know how this type of stuff actually happens. It may not be happening in your household, but it's someone's voice that still feels dim because they're fighting for their child to be in their safety. You know, a mother's arm and a father's arm of protection is different. You know, regardless they had their mother and father in their life or not at the end of the day. That mother and father knew how to protect that baby, respect that baby, love that baby, pour into that baby, you know, see that child, hear that child, understand a child's cry, understand that, yeah, the world's going to be against you, but I'm for you when they overlook you. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay, but my content is not for everyone. You know, individuals that are parents, they don't project spell work. They don't project energy harvest on their child's energy. They don't send a child the evil eye. They don't look at their child as disgust, regardless to who they conceive the child by, regardless of the relationship didn't work out or not at the end of the day. Because a mother and father, regardless to what happened, how if the relationship didn't work out or not at the end of the day, I love my baby equally. I love my baby enough to know at the end of the day, I was blessed to have a miracle child, a blessing baby. I realized at the end of the day, because someone didn't show up for me, I can show up for them. The same stuff actually does happen. And my content is not for everybody. It's not. There's people in this world at the end of the day that are not fit to be parents. And especially when they abandon their babies, regardless if from the toddler or from adult side, their body weight. It's people that don't know how to show the proper love to their child. They push their child off on someone else at the end of the day. They disrespect their child. They project the mindset of hate and envy. They even project spoke on their baby. They even send their baby the evil eye. They even would try to rob mentally, spiritually, or financially, rob their own child. They said, how? Is that even possible? Yes, it is. You know, it's mothers and fathers that don't do things for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. You know, my content is not for everyone. It's not. But to that innocent mother and father, you are worthy of having your child in your arms. To know at the end of the day when they go from point A to Z that they're safe, when they are not in your presence at the end of the day, you're just truly one call away still, regardless of your circumstances. Because when the right people see you, hear you, respect you, trust and believe, they hear you cry out for help. And one day at the end of the day, that wound will be healed with your child in your arms. To know at the end of the day, don't beat yourself up with your own words because of the fact that someone had lack of self-control, someone had discipline problems at the end of the day, and they wanted to tear you down because, hold on one second, your baby was your safe place. Your baby was the key to your heart because at the end of the day, that was part of you, and it still is. Only reason, hold on one second, they never left another day because they right by your side when you least expect it. You know, we live in a spiritual world at the end of the day. I may not make sense to the average person, but no child should be stripped away from their mother or father, regardless of their circumstances, and I say that respectfully. And especially when they're a stand-up parent, and especially when they're a provider, and they know how to pour into their baby, regardless of what's going on. And they don't neglect their child. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I may not make sense to the average person, that's fine. I may be whack and corny to the average person, but you can find entertainment somewhere else. You can disrespect me all day long, but my content is not for everyone. It's not. You know, people that is truly for you, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They're not sending you the evil eye. They're not projecting sport towards you. They're not gang stalking. They're not monitoring your every move from the time that you walk out your household and you're going from point A to Z to try to blackmail you against you or to energy harvest off your energy or project sport towards you. You know, gang stalking is real to your household. Individuals will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, monitor your mail, your packages from the time it comes in and out at the end of the day, from the time that it left that establishment to your zip code, to your address. They would even send people to your doorstep to project spell work in front of you at the end of the day. They would even plot, people would go to get against you to project fear in you. It doesn't matter if they are addict, if they came from a single family household or not. It doesn't matter if that's a single mother or father at the end of the day, or a family household that is needing financial stability at the end of the day. They would send individuals into your life to paint you to be a crash out, all because of the fact that they don't want you to control the narrative of believing in faith. We all don't pray the same, but God works in mysterious ways. You know, gang stalking is real until it's your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views. Your voice does matter to the right people that see you. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, individuals will monitor your every move regardless to what device you're on that day. And then you will see something within seeing something, and they would say, no, that never happened. They will erase things. They will delete things. They will even paint you to be mentally unstable. They will even allow you to click on something at the end of the day that they participate as a group. They will be part of a hate group at the end of the day when it comes to the hate train, you know, gang stalking. You'll be part of someone's text messages, emails, or the enemy at the end of the day that became your enemy, but you was never their enemy. They would tell people your every move, how this type of stuff actually happens. You know, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself. And also, when it comes to gang stalking, they would act like they had a conversation with you as well, too. They would even use your documentation to blackmail you against you. How this type of stuff actually happens. And they will make you feel like you have your own trust issues, that you're bugging, you're stupid, you're slow, you're retarded. It's a of thought for me. Always be yourself. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Hi to the genuine ones only. I'm peace. I'm peace. Not even comment section still not on. Oh, soon. When the genuine ones walk in the building, we see you, we respect you. When no malicious intentions, no hate over here. Neighbor, don't dim your light. Neighbor. A miracle, not a curse. They not to love you, but you wanting to better yourself. Don't dim your light another day. You matter, you worthy. The devil go and try to test you. Even when you get lost to your words, never give up on you. We gonna call you slow, stupid, and retarded. Say that you're not worthy, you crash, or you crazy, but you fall from that. Only must hold on a second. You the illustrator of your own book. Don't dim your light, neighbor. The enemy gonna try to size you up, but never get discouraged, neighbor. I gotta go. Stop the violence. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself, but no misintentions. You know, my content is not for everyone. Today is currently October 21st, 2025. Now, answer straight on me, God darn it. You ever been minding your business within minding your business? You ever invited a group of people somewhere at the end of the day? No, for real. You ever realize they wanted to debate with you because they was late? No, answer straight on me. How you do that, dumbass? No, for real. You ever gave someone specific instructions and they asked you multiple times, what time was I supposed to be there? No, ever trade off me. You ever told someone to follow instructions and they asked you for an invitation at the end of the day, only realized it was a waste of paperwork? No, ever trade on me. What's wrong with people? You know, it was minding your business. You decide to have an event or whatever the case may be for you and your folks to come out and have a good time. You know, you spoke to these fools months and weeks, a period of time within time frame, and everybody supposed to be on the same page, you know, in the group chat, the email. You got it! It's the trade over me. I don't understand this bullcrap in the day. How somebody would still be late for an event that they got the itinerary for. No, it's the trade over me. If your whole household go into the same direction, how you still laying everybody else just show the hell up? What the heck is wrong with you? I never understood that bullshit stuff at the end of the day. You know when you got that one participant person in your family or associate or friend or whatever case may be, that be like, you know what, I ain't ready. It's the trade off me. So you mean to tell me that everybody is telling me that as they was getting ready, you still was lily-gaggling and whatever the case may be, doing what you wanted to do and say, you know what, I get there when I get there. Only to realize, though, you missed the whole entire event. Now you mad at me. How you debating with me at the end of the day because you supposed to be somewhere at an orderly fashion? No, that betrayed off of me. You ever had someone debate with you about a time frame? Ma'am, I spoke to you 3 months ago. I told you, sir, at the end of the day, I need you to be prompt and ready to go. No, the trade told me. You ever invited someone somewhere and they was the one that participated and say, I'm going to cook? Infiltrate those men. Drop the food before you decide to say you gonna show up when you want to show up because you the cook. No, infiltrate those men. Not everybody is good under pressure, but when you got someone that's level headed and a little common sense and stuff, we not waiting for you. We gonna make sure that today this motherfucking party gonna make it make sense today. I don't care how long of a time frame I done told you to show up and be on time. Infiltrate those men. This fool going to say at the end of the day when the food show up, that's when the party going to start. The devil's a lie. No, the trade told me, and you probably watched me, probably went up people too. No, the trade told me. All because you decide to say, you know what? I'm going to be participating in whatever the case may be. When I get there is when I get there. The devil's going to tell so many lies, I swear. Because now it gets down to this. When you got someone that's level-headed, this is what they're going to do one time. Hey, what's going on? You on your way? I'm in traffic, but I ain't leave yet. So how you in traffic, dumbass? Infiltrate those me. I never understood those type of conversations. When you know you was raised around certain individuals or certain folks at the end of the day when they never even left their destination, the block. No, infiltrate those me. Regardless you came with property paying or goddamn not. Infiltrate those me. How you lying to the people now? I can't take you serious, not just a little bit. No, the trade told me, please don't do that to me. No, the trade told me, only was I can see. God damn it. And the trade told me, when you realize you're on this phone with this person today, listen, the event already started. Let me know what time you trying to bargain to get here now, because what we about to do is about to go down. So at the end of the day, you said that you wanted to see me smile. So make it make sense, because at the end of the day, I'm going to make you frown. No, and the trade off of me. No, for real, because people don't understand. Now you talking about you on your way, whatever the case may be. I done added extra pans, everything, and whatever. You said that you was going to make, someone decide to say, you know what, I'll volunteer and bring it myself. No problem. Got you up, spot on the table. Only for this fool to realize at the end of the day, they wanted to walk in the door late. No, the train thought for me. What do I set up? The devil's a lie. Have a nice night somewhere else, not over here. No, the train thought for me. Don't get mad at me at the end of the day because you set yourself up because you wanted to put a time frame. When I get there at the end of the day, that's when the party gonna start. No. I don't like people like that. No, for real. You talking about at the end of the day, you family and all. I can't stand them up. We blood. No, we not. We don't got the same blood type, dumbass. And the train told me, I don't know what bandwagon you fell off, stupid. No, the train told me. How this fool would say at the end of the day, we family. What that got to do with anything nowadays? No, it's a trend thought for me. It's been like that for years. No, it's a trend thought for me. Entertainment purposes only. You ever been within mind your business? And you got siblings and cousins or whatever the case may be, and the wrong thing for a mother or father to do is put you in an uncomfortable situation. No, if the Trey told me, I was trying to hold my composure back. First of all, I don't do funerals. You know that. I told you I wasn't coming to yours. No, if the Trey told me, you ever decide to go to the funeral because you had no choice? No, if the Trey told me, only to get there at the end of the day. And they got that one Pacific cousin that decides to say, you know what, I'm going to sing the song for the walk-in and the walk-out or, for service or whatever the case may be. But all they know how to do is shower sing. And you and your sibling at the end of the day is just cutting up so bad. How did y'all just get kicked out of the church house? If it's right on me, I don't know. I never laughed so goddamn loud at someone goddamn funeral. And the train over me. You ever had that once to me? I just look at each other like, please don't look at me again, fool. No, the train over me. Because when they start singing at the end of the day, it's like, I used to, this is the only time at the end of the day that People not going to take you serious, but we going to take you serious at the end of the day because A for effort for being family. But I'm sorry, I'm cutting up on the wrong day. Hey! You ever had that one aunt or uncle that give you the look, but you trying to figure out what they looking at the end of the day? Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look my way. What you drinking? It's straight over me. They all drunk and all the types of carrying on or whatever the case may be and talking about that's my child. You raise them. I told that stupid ass not to do that shit. No, the trade though for me. First of all, when your parents tell you not to do something, majority of the time, people don't listen. No, the trade though for me. But when the motherfuckers say, you know what, don't embarrass yourself, let alone us. This fool gonna say I'm on my fourth drink. I need a beer. Oh, where's the store? I'm right behind you. I gotta get out of here too. No, that's the trade over me. Only the rest of the day, your family is not what your family's supposed to be. Here's the thought process for me. My content is not for everybody. I may not be entertaining to certain individuals, but my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself, no misintentions, and I say that respectfully. Entertain purpose only. No, it's a trick. Don't be god darn it. You ever decided to start dating someone new? Coming out your comfort zone or whatever the case may be, doing something new. It's a trend though for me. You start to get of age. You know how your knees used to work or whatever the case may be. You date someone a little younger, older. It's a trend though for when you know. It should be no reason why you doing a date on a bike. No, it's a trend though for me. It was cute when you thought about it, the scenery or whatever the case may be. But who said I was pedaling for the last 6 hours? No, that was a goddamn lie. It's a trade though for me. Only reason, hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to do cardio today. I wasn't trying to work out today. No, it's a trade though. What's wrong with people? You mean to tell me that you got the food server in front of us cooking for us at the same time too? But you mean to tell me for only way for this to move at the end of the day if we pedal? I guess I'm gonna stick to the metal part. Matter of fact, is the brake stick working? And the trade though, we gonna sit right here. That's cute enough. And the trade though for me. You be put on a good outfit for this shit? I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. It's not a crime to be authentic, regardless of when someone says you don't have potential. You're going to have individuals, regardless of their tax bracket, their culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age, try to dim your light when it comes to hope, when it comes to faith, when it comes to balance, when it comes to, I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago, but I'm not running from that person. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, but I'm not running from that person. Regardless to who tries to blackmail you against you at the end of the day. Never allow someone to project fear in you. Never allow someone to dim your light. Because when you start to mature, that energy is different. You're going to have individuals in different tax bracket projecting sport towards you, send you the evil lie, energy harvesting off your energy, or trying to energy harvest off your energy, or trying to distract you, or plotting against you to paint you to be a crash out because they can't wait for your downfall. They would try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. They would even try to make you homeless. They would even use your own documentations against you. They would even put it to the minds at the end of the day that you're so not worthy of yourself that they're willing to get you stalking your mind and see every move. From the time that you go into a bank, from the time that you go into that grocery store, from the time that you go into that laundromat, to the time that you went from that car to that car to speak to someone at the end of the day, or you stopped at that neighbor, or you stopped at that neighbor at the end of the day to have a conversation with somebody. How individuals will blackmail you against you. Or they would even have participants at the end of the day monitoring your every move to blackmail you against you, to project fear in you, regardless if it's an addict or not, regardless if it's a sex worker or not, regardless if it's a single mother or a single father, or if it's a family in need of financial stability at the end of the day, how they willing to try to blackmail you against you to get a reaction out of you. They would try to antagonize you. You know, this type of stuff actually happens. You don't have to know someone for someone to try to antagonize you to get a reaction out of you, for them to see at the end of the day, I told you that person had controlling issues. I told you that person's not who they said they are at the end of the day. How folks can't wait to pray on your downfall. You know, I'm far from a copycat. I'm far from a hater. I don't play with magic or spell work or send my neighbor the evil eye. And I say it respectfully, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. You know, gang stalking is real. Individuals will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, monitor your every move, and paint you out to be imbalanced. They would get you locked up or put you in the psych board. And they said that your voice doesn't matter because you could have people that's blood related to you, but y'all may not have the same blood type. That will go against you because they're paying these individuals, or they would pay people from your past just to go up against you when they're not even part of your reality today. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say it respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm far from a hater. Never allow someone to discourage you. Never allow someone to project fear in you when they say that you don't have potential. Because people are willing to gather up in a hate group to go up against you. And I say that respectfully. Never allow a man or a woman at the end of the day, regardless of the tax bracket, to make you feel like you gotta live in fear. Because they decide to take your kindness to weakness, and they threaten your life that nobody will ever believe you. You know, because all help is no good help. And I say it respectfully. Someone will try to help you with your bag today, tomorrow, will be the same person at the end of the day, projecting spoke towards you, send you the evil lie, or trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, or financially. It's a sin of thought for me. Or even try to bring harm towards you, or even project a hate crime towards you, and then paint you to be mentally unstable. How this type of stuff actually happens. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I would never hurt myself. I love to talk about love. Not ever trade over me. No, I do. You know, poetry, my style. You know, my content is not for everybody, and I say it respectfully. To the genuine ones with open intentions, when the right people see you, hear you, respect you, that God sends into your life, because we all don't pray the same, and I'm far from a hater. They won't send you the evil eye or put a spoke towards you. They will act their body weight when it comes to maturing. You know, they're not projecting on you in a toxic way when they actually cheering you on, because they don't look at you like competition, because we all are haters. Ever straight off me. You know, when God sends right into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and my content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself regardless of what neighbor, any tax bracket is trying to blackmail me against me. And I say it respectfully. Always be yourself. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Ever straight off of me. You know, it went from being single, far from mentally unstable, balance, the energy has different. It wasn't a challenge because you understood your potential. Pouring into the wrong couple that couldn't even invest in time and day into you. You know, because they truly had to get physical when it come to, hold on one second, confidence, your past living your reality today. You know, because the past, they was putting the insecurity on you, sending you the evil lie. They would send you the evil lie, putting their hands on you, disrespecting you. They had a hate group towards you. It was lust. It wasn't real love. Projecting spoke towards you. Someone just wanted to get in your drawers in a toxic way to talk about you. They was doing it for likes, views, a clout, chasing or fame. A couple of dollars would truly change someone's mindset. Hold on one second. They was projecting unhealthy habits on you. Only for them to realize, hold on one second, you was truly a blessing. You know, a miracle. They tried to spin a block, but God said no, because I know your intentions. You know, God's child energy is different. Even if you're not a child of God, you are worthy of healthy love. Someone be on the same page with you, love. You know, someone didn't have to pretend to actually love you. That confidence hits different when someone who know how to protect your heart. Even when the world's against you, send you the evil lie. You know, they got to project spoke in a toxic way, throw it at your doorstep, but also showing your faith. You overcame that hate train, even they still trying to dim your light today. But hold on one second, God allowed you to feel while you truly pray. You know, you may get lost in your words, but you fall from slow, stupid, and retarded. Being comfortable in your skin, they would never understand that God's remedy is different. You know, when God spent the block, the energy is different. That 1-2 step, hold on one second. God picked you up to show you a reflection. You are beautiful, you are handsome, you understand your boundaries, outgrowing the old, understand that, hold on one second, I wasn't from running from my past, but I understood, hold on one second, I am worthy, healing, charm, and pain. That ain't just different. You know, someone sees you, hears you, respects you. They didn't have to pretend to actually love you. You know, being loyal the first time around, respecting you days when you couldn't see, good day, bad day, misunderstanding days, even days when you were sick. They wasn't trying to get in your pockets at the end of the day to shortchange your mental health. God gave someone access to your heart at the end of the day. They wasn't trying to dim your light. Hold on one second, having a cake and eat it too, because they only saw you. Who would have knew that true love allowed you to feel comfortable in your own skin, being emotionally available? You know, someone bring a peace into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because when it's that remedy is different, you know, wow. You ever got lost in your words? But someone wanted to grow old with you? Only as a hold on one second. God allowed you to feel while you truly pray for the love of your life. And they have to pretend to love you right. That ain't just different. You know, when someone is cheering you on up close in person behind closed doors, someone truly showing you that you are worthy. Because when you got the right person in your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. Because you're going to have good days, bad days, misunderstanding days. But who would have knew that you walked into the right person's arms that day? Someone truly showing you your faith. While you came out your comfort zone, God wasn't a mistake. You know, the devil going to try to stop you. They're going to cast illusions when it comes to holding one second your confidence. But God was showing your worth, that you are worthy, someone loving you. You know, when the enemy got so much to say when it comes to that hate group, you know, the text message, the email, whatever the case may be, someone could truly walk into your life and show you at the end of the day, I'm praying for not against you. It wasn't lust, it was real love. Someone truly show you that true love wasn't complicated. Someone truly being by your side, show you, hold on one second, motivation. It allows you to feel why you understood that wound that day. When it came to unhealthy relationships, someone truly allows you to feel why you poured into yourself another day. You know, not only did you love yourself, but it allows you to feel that someone could truly keep it real with you. Who would have knew that true love allows you to feel balance? You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but when the love of your life walks into your life at the end of the day, they truly show you at the end of the day, you was far from wrong. Only was to hold on one second. Someone truly wasn't misleading you wrong. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Now, ever say it off of me. Wow. It was the mindset when it come to real love. Who would have knew someone could truly keep it real with you, love? I may not make sense to the average person. I may sound like a broken record, but who would have knew when the love of your life wouldn't outdate you? You know, someone was dating you for you, actually getting to know you when it come to motivation. Hold on one second, when certain folks overlooked you, you know, that last relationship or that marriage, the end there, it didn't work out for all the right reasons. Only right, hold on one second, the love your life wasn't trying to escape. You know, because someone truly showed you why true love was in competition. Why someone walked into your life to show you at the end of the day wasn't there to switch up on you, gonna project pain. Who would have knew someone didn't have hidden agendas when it comes to motives? Motivation is different. You know, action spoke louder than words. Someone fulfilling shoes when it comes to your future, someone not misleading you. You know, it didn't have to take someone to actually write it down, because it was within them when they knew how to fix your crown. Someone asking God for guidance when it came to this love language. They wasn't just trying to borrow your time. They was trying to invest in your worth at the end of the day, to show you at the end of the day you are worthy when it comes to growth and maturing. You know, after your body way outgrowing your old. You know, hold on one second, wasn't running from your past, but you understood the hold on one second. God wasn't trying to distract you when it comes to your boundaries. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but true love is not competition. Hold on one second, lust, or, you know, someone putting spoke on you. When someone truly knows how to pour into you. Someone didn't have to pull a card, go to that terror, that karmic, that witch, or that warlock, or that cult, or that coven at the end of the day to truly love you. Someone actually knew how to be emotionally available. Even when the world was against you, at the end of the day, you knew how to maintain someone's smile to get physical. You know, when God didn't mislead you, God was guiding you to the right person's life at the end of the day. Who would have knew that access to the key to their heart, you pour into the right person, truly didn't have to pretend. Being emotionally available. You know, peace. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because moments. You know, you didn't have someone showing you love. You know, your upbringing was different, but you truly had a heart. They would never understand it. Hold on one second. You overcame so many obstacles, almost lost yourself, but your testimony speaks for itself. Can't nobody write your story better than you, but you overcame, love. You said, I got one more relationship within me. You said there's somebody out there for me. Only was the hold on 1 second, true love wasn't complicated. Only was the hold on 1 second, the love of your life didn't have to pretend to love you, to understand your reflection. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But my content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya General Respect, and I'm far from a hater. Today is currently October 21st, 2025. Always be yourself. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. Stop the violence in the community. Hold on 1 second. We may not have been equal, but I knew how to respect my neighbor. That reflection is different when it comes to hold on 1 second. I saw my neighbor. They had malicious intentions, but God revealed the devil on the enemy on two different levels because I was truly high vibration. When you be high vibration at times, they would never understand you was far from fake being authentic. You didn't need a book to understand, hold on 1 second, the actual manual when God and all the tools within you would understand your balance. They said that God wasn't real, but you kept stepping at the end of the day. You had chicks and dudes in different tax bracket laughing at you when it comes to spoke in a toxic way, and certain folks was part of that conversation that, hold on 1 second, someone would never see another day to elevate, to be motivated. I wasn't living in fear to get discouraged by he say, she say, didn't matter, they tax bracket. They age, hold on 1 second, you be my pops that. You could be my pops when it comes to your body weight. No, even strength, but you acting your shoe size. Let alone, hold on 1 second, you could be my grandmother. The same one throwing spork at me, so you didn't want me to understand my own weather. This type of stuff actually happens. When it comes to a miracle, you was truly the gift. At the end, they fall from a curse because, hold on 1 second, God gave you the knowledge. Power they can't relate to. Hold on 1 second, I didn't have control of natures. I was just being authentic. The enemy, the devil would try to test you, but that growth is different when God shows you your mileage. Hold on 1 second, keeping up, going over, hold on 1 second, keeping up. Not overlooking yourself. Even when you get lost in your words, you know how to better yourself. You got your next door neighbor, different tax brackets, giving you the evil eye when you have to get physical. God revealed the devil low on the enemy, didn't matter a tax bracket. Even the insecurity is trying to be projected on you because you understood that, hold on 1 second, I ain't worthy. You have folks throwing spoke in different toxic ways. Certain folks that just mentally and stay with you, truly capable. Hold on 1 second, loving yourself another day. Hold on 1 second, you God's baby, the favorite at the end of the day. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same, but God never overlooked you when God was showing you favor. The angels different. God was never for like you was a cloud chasing or fame. They try to keep up with you, but they tell us you ain't got potential. What was truly the issue at the end there when you was never part of their competition? Hold on 1 second. They try to antagonize you in a toxic way. They want you to get out of character, be a crasher in the most toxic way. They watching your every move when it come to gang stalking, saying that you're mentally unstable. But hold on 1 second. They try to rob you. And then when you speak up for yourself, they said, hold on 1 second, you're not worthy. So I'm about to shadow ban you. Evan Drake, I don't know what's wrong with these folks. You never had to say someone's name for someone to feel the energy at the end of the day. Damn, she talking about me. He talking about me. But hold on 1 second. Nobody put a title to your name. Evan Trade on me. That's why you can't judge a place cover. Wow. G.O.D. got my back. I ain't tryna do my like neighbor. I ain't tryna do my like neighbor. They say, shut up, you whack, you corny, you a nobody. We dimming your light in the background, throwing spoke in a toxic way so you can be uncomfortable in your own skin. Matter of fact, we put spoke in front of your doorstep. We plotting against you at the end of the day to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, pay you out to be a crash if we can get you locked up, put you in the psych, but at the end of the day, we get G.O.D. at now. That's how they feel at the end of the day because they don't want you to maintain your smile. They cause so much illusions in your life at the end of the day. But hold on 1 second. We all don't pray the same. I'm very so much thankful for my God today. My content is not for everybody. We all don't pray the same, but I'm far from a hater. I was never in competition with my neighbor, and I say that respectfully. Your mind starts to shift at the end of the day when it comes to thinking. I was far from being a mean girl at the end of the day. Didn't have to pretend, because hold on 1 second. If you wasn't for me, I still knew how to respect my neighbor, but stay in my distance, it would truly bother certain folks' mental health. I didn't understand at the end of the day, but God was showing me that folks had motives. Only was to hold on 1 second. I still was bigging you up, hold on 1 second, from a distance. Putting respect on your name, giving you flowers when credit was due at the end of the day, but it wasn't an even exchange. You try to hurt me mentally, spiritually, and financially. You put me in competition when I was never part of your lane. Only was to hold on 1 second. I was never in competition when I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. You was gang stalking me right to left. I ain't have to put a name in your book at the end of it, but goddamn told a lot about your character traits while God was really protecting my heart when it comes to my mental health. You said I was a crash, I was slow, stupid, and retarded, and I was at BITCH at the end of the day, but you had to dig up my past to see who I was. Only reason I wasn't running from my reflection when it comes to hold on 1 second, love. You know, the love started within. They would never understand your balance when it comes to being emotionally stable, going within. I may not have my moms and pops tell me they love me, but I knew at the end of the day, my mother, Heavenly Father, God loved me. It's a sin of thought for me. Why would I want to give up on myself because someone didn't love me? They called me slow, stupid, and retarded at the end of the day. Did you know how that feel about that made me feel at the end of the day? Truly ugly. It's a sin of thought for me. But you know, when God balanced you out, imagine someone calling you ugly every day during your journey. They was projecting on you so you won't see your beauty. You look just like it at the end of the day when it comes to the image. But hold on 1 second. Never looked like competition. All the hate and the envy at the end of the day. The disrespect was loud. Hold on 1 second. What did I really do to you that day? It be the train of thought for me. I ain't running from my past because I understood growth. I continue to mature to realize, hold on 1 second, I'm worthy enough to destroy myself another day because you wasn't trying to be woke. It's the type of stuff that actually happens. You know, because chicks and dudes will put you in competition. They would throw in your face that you got mommy and daddy issues, but hold on 1 second, regardless if you come from poverty and pain, you just trying to get your life together when they put you in competition. Always be yourself. If your moms and your pops or that stranger that you poured into that day wasn't cheering you on. Because when you're your biggest cheerleader, you can't mislead yourself wrong. Regardless who got you shadow banned, regardless who's paying this person or paying that person to try to dim your light or ruin your reputation at the end of the day. Because when the right people see you, hear you, respect you, respect a two-way street. It's sin of thought for me. We want the same. I'm far from a hater.
And the children, always be yourself, but no, Mrs. I'm nice, respect my cousin, everybody's okay.
I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and I would never hurt myself regardless of who's plotting against me. And I say it respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm far from a hater. You know, regardless of what man or child is trying to threaten my life right now at the end of the day, I would never hurt myself. Or regardless to who's gang stalking me at the end of the day, I would never hurt myself. Always be yourself. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They're not sending you the evil eye. They're not projecting sport towards you. They're actually being genuine and authentic when they truly cheering you on. Because they want you to become your best self, version of yourself. Regardless if they came from poverty and pain, we all ain't the same. I'm far from a hater, neighbor.
And the children, I gotta go.
Have a safe year, day, even, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone regardless to what man or woman or child is trying to blackmail me against me. I work alone with my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. And it's not a crime to be authentic. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. I am my biggest cheerleader when folks don't see my worth. And I say that respectfully. That you matter and you are worthy. Never give up on yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect.
I gotta go. Peace and respect, some respect, so they must not much better. Don't dim your light, gotta go, never, don't dim your light. I gotta go.
Always be yourself. I'm far from a copycat. I'm far from a hater. I know how to put respect on my neighbor's name. I know how to give flowers when credit is due at the end of the day. It don't matter about your tax bracket. It don't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, disability, or your age. And I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone wants you to dim your light. When it comes to your faith, they would disrespect you, antagonize you, try to ruin your reputation. They would even plot against you at the end of the day for you to be a crash out or make you homeless or use your documentations against you. But never give up on yourself. I would never hurt myself or give up on myself at the end of the day, regardless of what community, regardless of what zip code, regardless of what county, regardless of what continent I'm in at the end of the day. I would never give up on me. I am my biggest cheerleader at the end of the day. Always be yourself. My content is not for everyone and to the genuine ones only. I say this respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone didn't see your potential. They did not love you, respect you, protect you, or meet you halfway. Or they said that you wasn't worthy of choosing you. You know, healing, trauma, and pain is not a race overnight process, but you are worthy and you matter to the right people that's truly for you. And I say that respectfully. I don't dibble and dabble with spoke towards my neighbor or sending the evil lie at the end of the day. Or play with magic towards my neighbor. And I say that respectfully, regardless of what circumstances I'm going through in life. And I say that respectfully. I'm far from a hater. Ain't stalking is real. I would never hurt myself, regardless to who's plotting on me. I put everything in my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God's hands. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everybody. Thank you for your time. I gotta go. Stop the violence.